Children slumming on the bare, dirty floor in the name of education is common in many rural communities across the country. The pupils improvise by squatting, lying on their bellies or assuming weird positions on the floor just to get an education. The Bakwaba Primary School in the Nanumba North District of the Northern Region is one of the schools with a furniture problem. About 6 classes sit on the bare floor to study. For many years, the nursery, kindergarten, all the way to primary 5 do not have furniture. The problem is bigger in the Northern Region. About 213,252 children are without furniture, and that is according to the Africa Education Watch. Children show up to school in clean uniforms but get dirty in less than 30 minutes upon arrival. Odanjo Gifty is a primary 5 pupil. To get access to a desk, she comes to school very early in the morning. The furniture situation here is based on a first-come, first-served basis, but she is not happy losing hours of sleep because of furniture. Gifty found a way to avoid lying on the floor to write, but she's not happy that her colleagues lie on their bellies to write.
Government blood of Ganangakite. The gun can tell a Debayadan school cacatang. Ali lack of one young kanga, Ipum Bimena, never couldn't do the Ruchinawa. Bocakamu cacatang. Uniform back by uniform, but the gun can tell.
At this point, tears cloud her eyes, and shortly after, all emotions she had bottled up finally let loose.
Ali Mabakasalakana, marked by uniform, my uniform Bakaka. Unkataka, what I don't talk about my coat son in Ali to like me cook. What I bat.
She had endured enough of the humiliation. Her teacher, Janet Tijotap, who served as my translator, could not believe that the children are so affected by the furniture situation. She also shed tears.
During the rainy season, whenever it rains, it links from the up there. So they have to run into a small room over there. So she coming to school to see her colleagues lying down. When she look at it, she feels sad. So and that was what made her cry. I feel bad.
These tears are because of the pain of inequalities they had suffered for years. For years, teachers have not explored how children feel about sitting, lying and squatting on the bare, dirty floor to study. Many, including teachers, assume that the children are used to slamming it hard on the floor. But times have changed. The children are demanding equality.
Sir, it's very pathetic. The educational minister should try his possible means and talk to Akufo-Addo to solve this problem. Because, like I said, she has been seeing her colleagues on TV, how they dress, how their classrooms look, but theirs is different. It's not even quarter to the others.
In 2021, data from the Ministry of Education indicates that about 956,000 KG pupils, representing half of the national KG population, and 1.28 million pupils in primary schools lack desks in schools. Community members of Bakwaba say they have been supporting their children the best way they can. An NGO in education, School for Life, brought them together to ponder over the affairs of the school, to implement a project called Citizen-Led Educational Accountability Responsiveness, which aims at getting the community to hold the government accountable. Parents and some community members divided themselves into 2 groups, debating ways of supporting the school and also ways of holding the government accountable.
Look at it. Look at the class. I made one. Some classes empty. So how does a teacher divide him or herself to teach 2 classes? It can't happen.
But back in the classroom, a teacher, Mohammed Andratu, is having a hard time teaching her pupils how to write the number 4. The children have no exercise books or pencils, so they're called to write on the chalkboard. Andratu says it is indeed exhausting teaching children without basic learning materials.
It's not easy. Our major challenge is just furniture. Some of them are lying down. The time you realize, some of them will be sleeping. Sometimes you'll be teaching. You see other people, other students playing football outside because there are no furniture in the class. So the space is just like that. So we find it difficult to control them. Sometimes they will be playing. When they are playing, you can't control them. And others, they will be mingling around. Lack of furniture, that is causing that. And again, as a classroom teacher, you are supposed to have your table and chair. But here, not even chair, not talk of table. You can't sit. If you are tired, you can't sit. You can't mark your register. Where to put the register and mark? Sometimes I have to put it on top of the menu, mentioning their names, marking the register.
At a nearby school, Jonah Yele DA Primary School, the headmaster is not happy with the state of the school. Inadequate classrooms, inadequate teachers, the list is endless. The lack of furniture has kept many children at home. They prefer going to the farms or staying at home. Pupils in Primary 2 are trying to identify the alphabet, but it is a disaster.
A, B, C, D, E, F, U, H, I, J, K, L.
This is the effect of not having enough teachers. The director of School for Life, Widad Saibu, is not happy with the situation.
It makes me sad, very sad, because when I go to the communities and look at children really struggling to just acquire basic education. In the northern region, most pupils have only 35% of the trained teachers they need. About 30% do not have schools nearby. A lot of injustice, because a child born to a household that is poor means that his or her fate is sealed. And government, the essence of government is to ensure that these children, regardless of where you are born, you have the basic services, or you have access to basic services required to acquire decent education.
There are about 2.3 million children in Ghana's public basic schools who lack furniture. The Ministry of Education in February promised to send 40,000 desks to schools without desks, although the figure is just a drop in the ocean.